The morning shift at Toyota's Georgetown, Kentucky, plant began like any other. The sun was just rising, casting a golden hue over the sprawling factory as hundreds of workers filed through the gates, ready to start another day. For decades, this plant had been the heartbeat of the town, its steady rhythm marking the passage of time for generations of families. But on this morning, a simple memo changed everything. It was passed from hand to hand, its words heavy with consequence, and as workers read it, a sense of unease began to ripple through the factory floor. The news was clear and devastating. Toyota was ending Lexus ES production in the United States, the very car that had become a point of pride for the plant, and, for Georgetown itself, would no longer be built here. Stunned silence swept the assembly lines. Machines slowed, conversations stopped, and the familiar hum of productivity faded into a tense quiet. Workers exchanged glances, searching for answers that weren't there. For many, this plant was more than a job, it was a legacy. Fathers and mothers had taught their sons and daughters the craft, passing down not just skills, but a sense of belonging and purpose. The Lexus ES, the only Lexus built in America, was a symbol of pride and skill. Each car that rolled off the line carried with it the hopes and dreams of the people who built it, a testament to American workmanship and dedication. Toyota's official statement spoke of global optimization, of shifting resources and adapting to a changing market. But to the workers, it felt like a betrayal, a decision made far away, with little regard for the lives it would upend. The shock quickly spread beyond the factory walls, shaking the entire community. In diners and on street corners, families and friends gathered to share the news, their conversations tinged with worry and disbelief. Local news vans gathered outside the plant, reporters eager to capture the uncertainty now hanging over Georgetown. The story was no longer just about cars, it was about people, about a town facing an uncertain future. The plant had been a beacon of stability for decades, a place where hard work was rewarded and futures were built. Now, as the sun set over an unusually empty parking lot, the future felt fragile, as if it could slip away at any moment. The loss wasn't just economic, it was deeply personal. Workers packed up their lockers, staring out windows and wondering what would come next. The decision raised tough questions about the future of American manufacturing, and whether the music of industry would ever return to towns like Georgetown. The music of the assembly line, the clatter, the hum, the sense of purpose, had been interrupted, and as the machine sat silent, no one knew if that music would ever sound the same again, or if Georgetown's proud legacy would fade into memory. The Lexus ES wasn't just another car, it was a milestone. It represented a turning point, a moment when a Japanese luxury icon was entrusted to American hands. For many, it was a sign that the world's most demanding automakers believed in the skill and dedication of American workers. In 2015, Toyota made a bold move, investing $360 million in its Kentucky plant to bring Lexus production to the United States. This wasn't just about expanding capacity, it was about making a statement. The decision sent ripples through the industry, signaling that American manufacturing could rise to meet the highest global standards. Building the ES became a badge of honor, proof that American workers could match Japan's legendary standards. Every detail, every stitch, every inspection was a testament to their commitment. The team took immense pride in their work, knowing that each car rolling off the line carried not just the Lexus badge, but also the reputation of American craftsmanship. The plant was a showcase for Made in America excellence, redefining what that meant in the modern era. Politicians, executives, and the media all took notice, celebrating the achievement as a new chapter in American industry. It was more than a factory, it was a symbol of possibility. Losing the Lexus line is more than a business shift, it's a blow to American manufacturing pride. The closure echoes through the halls, leaving behind not just empty machinery, but a sense of loss that's hard to measure. For many, it feels like the end of an era. Workers who built the ES saw it as a symbol of trust and achievement. They celebrated milestones together, knowing their efforts were recognized on a global stage. The car was more than a product, it was a shared accomplishment, a point of pride for families and communities. Its departure feels like a demotion, raising doubts about America's edge in high-value manufacturing. Workers wonder what comes next, and whether their skills will be valued in the same way again. The uncertainty lingers, casting a shadow over the future. The loss is not just a product, it's the loss of a symbol. The removal of the Lexus badge from the plant is a powerful image, marking the end of a proud chapter in American industry. It was a promise that America could compete in the luxury market, that American workers could deliver world-class quality. That promise inspired hope and ambition, both inside the factory and far beyond its walls. Now that pride is just a memory. The photos and faded signs are reminders of what was achieved and what's been lost. For those who were part of it, the experience will never be forgotten. The void left behind is felt on the factory floor and in the story of American industry. It's a reminder of how much was at stake and how much can change when a symbol of pride is taken away. Toyota's decision was driven by global strategy and economic pressures. Building the ES in both Japan and the US created costly redundancies. Centralizing production in Japan means greater efficiency and tighter quality control. Trade uncertainty and tariffs made US production riskier and more expensive. The shift also frees up resources for Toyota's massive investment in electric vehicles. Many Lexus ES components are sourced from Japan, so consolidating production streamlines the supply chain. It's a painful but calculated move to stay competitive in a rapidly changing industry. For Toyota, it's about survival in a world where efficiency and adaptability are everything. In Georgetown, the news hit like a family tragedy. The announcement swept through the town, leaving a heavy silence in its wake. Conversations at the local diner grew hushed, and neighbors exchanged worried glances, all feeling the weight of what was lost. The plant is the town's economic heart, supporting generations of families and local businesses. For decades, it's been more than just a workplace. It's been a source of pride, stability, and hope for the future. Nearly every family in Georgetown has a connection to the factory, whether through a relative, a friend, or a neighbor. Even without immediate layoffs, losing the Lexus line creates deep anxiety. The uncertainty seeps into daily life, as workers wonder what tomorrow will bring. The sense of security that once came with a Toyota badge now feels fragile. Workers face reassignment, but the prestige of building Lexus is gone. For many, assembling Lexus vehicles was a point of personal and professional pride, a symbol that their craftsmanship was world-class. Now that honor has been stripped away, leaving a void that's hard to fill. The sense of security that once defined a Toyota career has been shaken. Longtime employees, who once felt their jobs were unshakable, now find themselves questioning their future. The break room conversations are filled with worry, and the once bustling locker rooms now echo with uncertainty. Local businesses from diners to dealerships now face uncertainty as workers tighten their belts. Fewer paychecks mean fewer meals out, fewer cars sold, and less money circulating through the community. The ripple effect is felt on every street corner, in every shop window. The town's budget, reliant on plant-generated tax revenue, is at risk. City officials scramble to reassess priorities, knowing that every lost dollar could mean cuts to vital services. The financial stability of Georgetown, once taken for granted, now hangs in the balance. Community pride has taken a hit. Georgetown was proud to be the only U.S. home for Lexus. The plant's success was a badge of honor, celebrated at parades and family gatherings. Now those memories feel bittersweet as the town grapples with its new reality. The loss damages morale and leaves residents questioning their value to the company. Around dinner tables and at community meetings, people ask themselves if their hard work and loyalty still matter. The sense of belonging that once united Georgetown is now tinged with doubt. After decades of loyalty, the community wonders, are we still valued? The question lingers in the air, unspoken but ever present, as residents look for reassurance from a company that once felt like family. The answer feels less certain than ever. The streets are quieter, the mood more somber, and the future more unpredictable than anyone can remember. The spirit of Georgetown has been tested, and the future is unclear. Yet, even in the face of heartbreak, the community holds on to hope, determined to weather the storm together and find a new path forward. Toyota's move is a response to a perfect storm in U.S. auto manufacturing. Tariffs on steel, aluminum, and the threat of more have made planning difficult. Moving Lexus production is a defensive play to simplify supply chains and reduce risk. Meanwhile, the industry is racing toward electric vehicles, requiring massive investment. Automakers are cutting costs in traditional segments to fund the EV transition. The loss of the Lexus ES line highlights the need for America to compete for the next generation of auto jobs. Mazda, for example, is doubling down on US production, showing there's no single strategy. Each company is betting on its own path, and the stakes for American manufacturing are high. The future will be shaped by who adapts best to this new reality. The industry's transformation is just beginning. The end of Lexus ES production ripples far beyond the plant. Hundreds of suppliers from Kentucky to overseas face sudden drops in orders and revenue. Some companies built their business around the ES, now they scramble to survive. Even diversified suppliers lose the higher margins Lexus brought. As suppliers cut back, job insecurity spreads through their communities. The global supply chain, optimized for efficiency, is exposed as fragile. A single corporate decision in Japan disrupts jobs on 3 continents. The Lexus move is a harsh lesson in the risks of globalized, just-in-time manufacturing. Local loyalties are no match for global strategies. Toyota's announcement quickly became political. It challenges the narrative that trade policies alone can bring back manufacturing jobs. Critics blame unstable tariffs for making the US less attractive for investment. Toyota, meanwhile, stresses its ongoing commitment to America. No layoffs, continued investment. The company must balance shareholder demands with public and political expectations. This episode exposes the tension between political promises and corporate realities. Politicians talk about loyalty and jobs. Corporations answer to global markets and efficiency. Toyota's move is a business decision, not a political one. In a global economy, corporate strategy often outweighs campaign rhetoric. Toyota's retreat from US luxury production won't go unnoticed. Honda, still building Acuras in Ohio, may use this to highlight its American commitment. Ford and GM could seize the opportunity to promote their US-made luxury brands, but they face the same pressures: costs, EV investments, and global competition. Some may follow Toyota's lead, consolidating production to free up capital for EVs. Others might double down on local manufacturing to win patriotic buyers. Every automaker must now rethink where and how to build their vehicles. For buyers, this could mean fewer US-made luxury options, but more competitive imports. For American jobs, the future is uncertain as the industry bets on different strategies. The Lexus ES story is a snapshot of an industry in upheaval. Globalization and the EV revolution are rewriting the rules of auto manufacturing. Lifelong careers building the same car are fading. Adaptability is now key. Workers must learn new skills as factories shift to EVs and advanced tech. Communities like Georgetown must reinvent themselves for the next era. Automakers face a balancing act, fund the future while surviving the present. The concept of a national car industry is blurring in a world of global supply chains. The road ahead is uncertain, but filled with opportunity for those who adapt. The industry's transformation will reshape what we drive and where it's built. For those ready to change, the future is full of promise.